Hey, boys and girls, it's Barnabas here one more time. We're going to read another one of my favorite books of all time. This one is called Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day by Judith Viors, and illustrated also means he did the pictures. Ray Cruz. Are you ready, boys and girls, and all my friends joining us to read this beautiful book? Okay, I'm gonna give you a couple of seconds to get settled in. Hey, okay, yes, go ahead, have a seat. Thank you for coming. You. Oh, hey. No chewing gum. You ready? Here we go. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running, and I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Oh no. Alexander, look at the picture, boys and girls. Alexander does not seem like he's ready for his day. That happened to me one time. Well, I didn't get gum. I got a piece of banana stuck on top of my head. My mama was really mad. Yep. At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box, and Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box. But in my cereal box, all I found was breakfast cereal. I'm assuming the kid with his hand on his face, that seems like Alexander. He doesn't seem too happy. Ugh, looks like he's gonna have a hard day today. That's for sure. I think I'll move to Australia. Poor Alexander. He wants to move to Australia. That's a pretty far drive, I think. Huh? What do you mean? Huh? Fly? He the man said you can't drive to Australia from the United States. Gotta take a flight? What? Sharks? He said there's sharks in Australia. Huh? I think I'm gonna stay here. Yep. You can go if you want, Alexander. In the carpool, Miss Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said I was being scrunched. I was being smushed. I said, if I don't get a seat by the window, I'm going to be car sick. No one even answered. Excuse me, boys and girls. I had a little tickle in my throat. Oh, Alexander is probably the young boy in the middle right there. You see, he doesn't seem too happy. Oh. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Uh huh. Sometimes you have to be happy. At school, Miss Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. What? Huh? Invisible castle. That means he didn't draw anything, right? Look at this picture. Invisible castle. Don't turn in any invisible paperwork to your teachers. Please. It does not exist. Alexander tried to be slick. Ah, 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 ah. Invisible castle. Ah. Maybe his mom's gonna give him some invisible dinner. Oh no. At singing time, she said I sang too loud. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Oh, Alexander. He was counting and he forgot 16. Oh no. Look at him, boys and girls. What do you think? Do you think he's happy? Nope, I agree. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Mr. Philip Parker was his best friend and that Albert Moyo was his next best friend and that I was only his third best friend. Oh, I hope you sit on attack, I said to Paul. Oh, that's not nice. I hope the next time you get a double decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream part falls off the cone part and lands in Australia. Well, then maybe I'll go to Australia. What? Sharks? They like ice cream cones? Well, then maybe I'll stay here. There were two cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly. Excuse me, boys and girls. Gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on top. Guess whose mother forgot to put in dessert? Well, I'm assuming, based on everything that's happened into Alexander in this story, it's probably Alexander's mom. Excuse me, boys and girls. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Oh my goodness, look at Alexander. That's what it was. Because after school, my mom took us all to the dentist, and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back next week and I'll fill it, said Dr. Fields. Next week, I said, I'm going to Australia. Alexander must have a lot of points to fly. My goodness, he's always talking about Australia. That's a long flight. Look at this picture. I'm just gonna assume nothing good happened to Alexander here. On the way downstairs, the elevator closed down on my foot, and while we were waiting for my mom to get the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy. And then when I started crying because of the mud, Nick said I was a crybaby. And oh, I'm assuming Alexander fell. You see the mud underneath him? While I was punching Nick for saying crybaby, my mom came back with the car and scolded me for being muddy and fighting. Well, Alexander, buddy, you're not supposed to fight any, especially not your brothers. I'm having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I told everybody. No one even answered. Oh no. I kind of feel bad for Alexander, boys and girls. How do you feel about him? Yep. Uh huh. So then we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes. But then the shoe man said, "We're all sold out." They made me buy plain old white ones, but they can't make me wear them. Oh, man. Poor Alexander. Look at him. He's the only one not smiling, boys and girls. When we picked up my dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with his copying machine, but I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was careful as I as could, but except for my elbow, he also said, "Don't fool around with his phone," but I think I called Australia. Dad said, "Please don't pick him up anymore." It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Oh man. He called Australia. That's long distance. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There were lima beans for dinner, and I hate lima beans. There was kissing on TV, and I hate kissing. Ugh. Look at his face. Ugh. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes. My marbles went down the drain, and I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. Alexander's not having a good day today. Oh no! Railroad train pajamas. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out, and I bit my tongue. Ha! Have you ever bit your tongue? I have. Ugh. I was eating a banana real fast one time, and I really enjoyed it, and I bit my tongue. Ouch! The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not with me. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom says some days are like that. Mm. The boys are fast asleep, except for Alexander. Even in Australia, they have some days that are bad. Oh no. I hope Alexander's day tomorrow is better. Okay, boys and girls. We'll see you later. Bye bye. You can go. Hey, there's sharks in Australia for real? Oh, and no bananas. Well, I don't want to go to Australia.